to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on, entertainment? So I'm coming to y'all with another video. Boy, I love you. You my everything. You my everything. Lay that out here in a crystal lake. Let me tell you something. Say what you want about this girl, but she know how to make a bop. Like, ever since it dropped, I have that on repeat. Like, it's so smooth. It's classic. Drake kind of ruined it a little bit. Just a little bit. He wasn't needed at all. So that's the only thing. Anyways, what is going on, entertainment? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. We're doing Hollywood Hot Topics. Make sure I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think about this video. So first I wanted to get into, you guys, is Sexyy Red. So she's going viral because she has this thing that she has, this big hat that she has on her shows where people feel as if she's endorsing Donald Trump, where it says, "Make America Sexy Again." I don't feel like this is an endorsement. And if you're looking for Sexyy Red for political influence, the whole world's in trouble. We're doomed. No shade to Sexy, but it's like, damn, like this is who we're holding up to a standard to, you know, have the right political endorsement as their celebrity. Like, really? I really feel like she's doing like a play on words, and that's why she even is using his slogan and kind of remixing it, even though she's said that she's for him in the past, but a lot of people are for him, but they just don't really say it. I don't think this is her trying to push a Trump narrative, okay? I don't think she was paid to do this or push a Trump narrative. Now, there was a clip that like resurfaced of her talking about Trump and how she feels like Trump needs to come back. Now, this is an older clip, but it's being used to push this narrative out as if she's doing an endorsement.
And she also talks about Donald Trump.
Hey, do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Because at first, I don't think people was with him like they thought he was racist, saying little and, you know, against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Because, baby,
I know this is an old clip, but it's ignorant as a mother. A little bit of free money. $1,200 doesn't even come right around. Like, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Don't get me wrong. You can use it for a lot. I'm not saying that. But let's not act like, you know, this man was out here, you know, getting us through big financial hardships with that $1,200. Just saying. Okay. Also, we were living in a time around the time he was in office, and the way inflation is now, it wasn't like that then. So to us then, $1,200 then was like $12,000. Okay, now that's where you could really make some moves.
them checks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, them stimulus checks. Trump, we miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump, though. He's funny to me. Like, I used to watch his not interviews, like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just bold.
Wow.
He funny. Like, we need people like him.
And she also talks about Donald Trump.
Hey,
Okay, and now she tweeted, she said, "Sexy for president, I'm my own candidate." Nobody, period. Now, if she were being paid to kind of endorse this man behind the scenes, I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't think she is, though. I feel like this is her just wanting to use the shtick to sort of gain more clout for her shows, etc. Okay? But boy, I love you. You my everything. Come on now. That thing 8. I just feel like a lot of people give Sexyy Red too much responsibility. Meaning, as in, you guys shouldn't be letting your kids have to look up to her. That shouldn't be somebody they feel like they should have to mimic and model after. That's where y'all come in as parents that need to do a little better, because y'all can't blame her for just being an artist. She didn't come out and say, I'm for children. This music is for you guys as kids to listen to. She didn't come out and say that. The kids just flocked to it. That's not her fault at all. Okay? I was at work today. I was working with this client, and she was telling me how, like, she's a teacher. And basically, she was telling me how, like, all the kids now, they be saying, oh, myself, okay, they're homies, all this stuff. And I'm in for it. Like, that's a little crazy and alarming. Middle schoolers at that. I'm like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, you guys, it looks like Twitter is going to be pushing the corn, okay? There were rumors about X sort of taking it away, but it looks like they're sort of going to be pushing it on us and letting us see WB cakes, punani, Subway sandwiches, and all. Okay, they said Twitter and X announced they will now officially allow porn and adult content on the platform while restricting exposure for children. Sexual expression, whether visual or written, can be a legitimate form of artistic expression. You may share consensually produced and distributed adult nudity or SDX behavior, provided it's appropriately labeled and not prohibitively displayed. We believe that users should be able to create, distribute, and consume materials to SDXual themes, as long as it's consensually produced and distributed. Sexual expression, whether visual or written, can be a legitimate form of artistic expression. We believe in the autonomy of adults to engage with and create content that reflects their own beliefs, desires, and experiences, including those related to sexuality. We balance this freedom by restricting exposure to adult content for children or adult users who choose not to see it. We also prohibit content promoting exploitation, non-consent, objectification, sexualization, or harm to minors, and obscene behaviors. We also do not allow sharing adult content in highly visible places such as profile photos or banners. Okay, that whole statement sounded like an intro to an HBO corn special. Am I surprised at this? No. Do I think they should do this? No. The reason why I say this is because don't make an announcement that it's, allowed. Just allow it. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's already all over Twitter. Like, everybody I know, or at least I do, has a spam corn where, they got all the X profiles. And then you got your regular profile where you could, scroll in public. Right? So why make an announcement that it's going to be okay versus just letting it ride and just doing what you guys said in the statement? Because now that they're making this grand announcement and this press release, people are going to try to push the envelope and do some things that may not be appropriate. Okay. Shout out to Nico's Aesthetics, another YouTuber and also OF creator. Something lately I've been seeing on Twitter is the girls doing some crazy R-wording things and powder donuts and all this type of stuff. And it's like, whoa, are y'all gonna make sure to block content like that? Not Nico's Aesthetics was in it, but he covers it. Those type of topics. So it's like, what's going to deem what can and cannot be put out there? Because that type of stuff should have never been talked about on Twitter. Like, that was like a little bit dark when I seen all that. I was like, whoa, like, yikes. So like, in this day and age, if you're paying for corn, you want to throw away money. It's like, it's a given. Like, you just don't want the money. You just want to throw it out. Like, you shouldn't be throwing away money like that. Like, because it's all over Twitter. All over a little bit on Instagram. It's free. But X shouldn't be promoting it or releasing press releases saying that we're allowing it, though. I just feel like we're in a time frame where, like, y'all kids, hi kids, okay? Because they will love the kid, okay? I just feel like we're in a time frame right now where parents are so mad at social media and just the media in general. So them kind of saying and giving a green light, even though they're going to have their own restrictions, I don't think should be done. Okay, I know it's a little cruel, but I just feel like it's already being done. So why, make it a billboard announcement about it? Now let's get to Megan. Megan Thee Stallion dropped her new album cover called Megan and I Hate It. I don't like it. I feel like it looks all over the place. The digital M was not needed. Her standing there, getting out of the cocoon, topless with the hair over her nipples, wasn't needed. And y'all know I love Megan, but I don't like the cover. I feel like it's too busy. I really hate it. It gives a little bit like somebody was bored on Photoshop and Lightroom and just wanted some colorful aesthetics to present to her. And she said yes to the first picture that she saw. Now, she did look gorgeous in this picture. You cannot deny that whatsoever. Now, a lot of people started comparing it to America's Next Top Model. What I would have did, I'm not even showing y'all. What I would have did for the cover, I would have did this. And it would have went, because the thing is, here's the thing with album covers. You got one shot, because it's the cover. You gotta make sure that it sticks in people's mind. Like Pink Friday, her sitting there with the leg all out like that, with the big ass heel, and that mix of pink, that's gonna stick in your mind. Even single covers, Little Kim squatting. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have something that's gonna stick in your memory. This to me is not gonna stick in the memory. This is what I would have did. Y'all know Eva when she had the tarantula on her face with the hand. I would have her do a snake on her face and kind of mimic that photo shoot. That would have went off the wall. If we want to talk about ANTM, America's Next Top Model, let's really take it there. When I think America's Next Top Model, I don't even remember this shoot. That wasn't her inspiration, by the way. The fans are just comparing it to it because it has similar pose. Because y'all know Tyra used to love the upside down shoots to really stress the girls out and get their anxiety up. Okay. But if we wanted to go with that aesthetic, that would have been the thing to go with. I just feel like it's too busy. It's too like all over the place. I feel like the best album covers are simple and push out a statement. And this to me doesn't really push out the statement. I feel like she was trying to really go for it. Now, the album is titled Megan, and putting that M is so like second grade. Like, fire the graphic artist, Megan. And Megan's done a great visuals, graphic wise and video wise. That's why I was just so disappointed and critical of it. I'm very excited about this album because Traumazine was a little bit of a letdown just due to the state of mind that you could tell she was in while recording the album. I don't think it was any of her best work. So I think with this album, she really is going to step. And I can't wait to listen to it. Plus, especially with her dropping the song that she dropped at the top of the year and dropping that one little line, shows me that I think she got a whole lot of artillery just waiting, cooped up, and she's just waiting to release it back to back with disses. So I'm kind of excited for that. Okay. Now there's this video that went viral last week. I know I'm kind of late on it, but this dude who had a suspended license had a court appearance and he was driving during the Zoom. Now it turned out it was like an error, but just listen to the video.
The second, yes, I am.
Corey Harris was cited for driving while license suspended in Pittsfield Township back in October. He said it was suspended for unpaid child support. Secretary of State records show his license was first suspended for child support back in 2010. But Harris told us he thought his license had been reinstated.
They were supposed to have been lifted it 2 2 years ago, but they didn't.
And according to the Saginaw County court records we found, Harris is right. In January 2022, a judge rescinded that suspension on his license, but for some reason that information never got to the Secretary of State, where even as of today, his license is still listed as suspended, the same records the judge was going by.
This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving. Failure to turn.
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
Corey Harris was
Child, he give me big sexy vibes. Down, okay? He said, yes, I am. Here's the thing. When it comes to court hearings and Zooms, sometimes that don't even go right. Because it's always some fuckery when it comes to certain Zoom court hearings. I remember I had one for this accident one time, and it was just a bunch of bullshit. Okay? People was eating, talking shit, all on the Zoom, all at once. I feel like he should sue because he had all rights to be whipping in that Ford Toyota. You feel me? Ford Toyota don't even exist, but I'm just saying, that RAV4, he had all rights to be whipping it. And now he's like a meme that's made fun of because he, with his lip like that, acting as if he's driving with a suspended license, even though technically it wasn't supposed to be suspended. I would sue. Not only I would sue for them making a clerical error and him having to deal with legal ramifications for that, I would sue for emotional distress because now you're becoming an internet joke.
And will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
It's very embarrassing. And with the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing.
Thursday afternoon, Harris told us he was going to the Secretary of State's office to try to straighten out everything between them and friend of the court once and for all.
Always double check, be behind these workers, because they will say that they will do something and they don't do it.
In Ann Arbor, Kimberly Craig, 7 News, Detroit.
Well, let's hope he gets that straightened.
Okay, have you ever been swallowed? Now y'all gonna mess up his church image, okay? Now they know that he's been behind at child support at one point. It may have not have been at that point, but at one point he has. He should sue completely and win, okay? That poor man. Now, it was still funny, though, the way he told the judge, just wait here, right one moment. I'm pulling up right now. It still was funny, though. Now, Kanye has gotten this weird lawsuit by his ex-assistant because of a lot of inappropriate things that he was doing to her while she was working underneath him. Her name is Lauren Piscata. She said she was already on OnlyFans model when Ye met her while putting together a fashion line in July 2021. He hired her shortly after she even worked on a few songs from the Donda album. A year later, she said Kanye spoke to her about wanting to be godlike and asked her to get rid of her OnlyFans, offer her $1 million a year in exchange. Lauren agreed. Lauren's a smart girl. Damn. Nigga, I want to work for you. The fuck? No shit, I give up this YouTube channel for $1 million a year. I'm like, oh. Well, things took a strange turn afterwards. Ye allegedly began to send her vile text messages such as, see, my problem is I be one up. But then after I want a girl to tell me how hard they been while I'm there. Then I want her to cheat on me. He would apparently go on to describe his sexual fantasies with vulgar language. Is my racist? It is. This of mine. I'm going to beat the race for being a racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black butts and beat the out of my racist. Beating the out of this racist black. She even says that Ye would even beat his meat during phone calls and asked her to guess what he was doing. Beyond that, she alleges that he was also obsessed with the D size of her boyfriends. There's multiple texts. including alleged videos of Ye having Debbie Cake time with a model. After the harassment, he promoted Lauren to chief of staff and gave her a $4 million salary. October 2022, when she got the boot, it was offered a $3 million severance, which she never fulfilled. She's hitting him for wrongful termination, SA, breach of contract, and hostile work environment. That bitch got a case on her. I'm sorry. She got you on all quarters, and not even that, she has evidence. Ye know he folded on this, and that's weird. You call her beating your meat with Jergens lotion, like you nasty motherfucker. Like you beat your meat with Jergens lotion. You know he used Jergens lotion, okay? My whole thing with her though, although she has all rights to sue, let's not see her act like, you know, the money wasn't keeping you going. Now that's why she's suing her. That's why I feel like she has all rights, because part of why she stayed is because of the coin. You feel me? So don't act like, you know, the coin wasn't keeping you there and you were being held hostage or something. You stay because of the coin, which no shade. I will stay too. I'm sorry. You know, this was right after COVID, so times was hard, okay? So Bookie Butt did what she had to do, but he was dead ass wrong for doing some stuff like that. You would think celebrities nowadays, especially for the last like 5, 6, 7 years, with the powers of social media, how people love clout and love to get one over on people, you would think it would be kind of more, you know, particular and more discreet about things, but these celebrities don't give a fuck. Like, who says the whole thing about the racist D? What's crazy is the statements that she's making in this suit. It sounds exactly like something he would say. So it's like you can't even say he ain't said, because it's like the whole racist. I'm my race. That's something he would say. Like, I imagine him saying it in my head, reading it. She's gonna take a W with this, a huge W at that. I just don't get why he didn't end up paying the $3 million servants fee that she was owed, because if that were the case, I don't think this lawsuit would even exist, because she would have just been sitting on the coin. But now you didn't give her the coin. She's remember all those times you did that weird ass shit to her. She spent all the millions that she was acquired over the time of working for him, and now she want her lick back. Can you blame her? No. And the irony of the whole situation, she looks just like a big titty Kim, like a clone big titty Kim. Okay, now let's talk to City Girls. She recently did an interview and she talked about when her and JT sort of got to splitting and why she feels as if they ended up going their own separate ways.
The City Girls album just dropped and it didn't do too well, and we was just like trying to do our press run. You know, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces. You know, like we older now, and it was just like she was doing her own thing. She on the West Coast, I'm in Miami, I'm doing my own thing, and I felt like naturally when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her, and when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. But when we get together as a group, it just wasn't connecting. Like it just wasn't working no more. So I think we both was at a point where we was just like, we probably should just do our own shit. Right. But that was the point for me. I think
Caresha saw the capping in this. You were in Miami doing your own thing, in my opinion, was the diddler and a whole lot of things that you were not supposed to be doing in your own thing. That's just what I see from this. I really feel like a lot of people were in denial of their breakup when it was going on. I remember watching the Breakfast Club interview, vividly recapping it, people coming at me about what I thought about the interview, how I felt like it was tension between them and how it was awkward. But this separation to me is the best thing that could have happened to them in regards to how they're going separately career-wise. The problem with the separation, though, is JT's winning and Caresha, to me, has taken a huge L because of the whole Diddy situation, and it's left a stain on her career. And I think had she not been involved with him before the breakup of them together as a duo, and by the way, I really don't think they would have broke up had she not been attached to him. And I don't say that. I don't think they would have broken up so soon. I'll say that. They may have eventually broken up because not all the time groups, duos, etc. stay the same unless you saw it Pepper. Okay? You never seen, I may be wrong, but Salt do her own thing. Pepper do her own thing. Okay? But I don't think they would have broken up this quickly. I think it would have taken like 5 or 6, 7 more years, and then they would eventually kind of went their own separate ways. But I think Caresha kind of doing her own thing in regards to the influencing, the interviews, being around the diddler. I think JT kind of saw that. She didn't really like it too much. Caresha, same thing. She saw that JT was doing her own thing with Uzi or whatever, going down her own path, and they just weren't agreeing on certain things in regards to the career, and that's what caused them to sort of split. That Breakfast Club interview really was the key sign that it was over, because you can tell that they were irritated by each other, especially Caresha. I feel like people were in her ear, and that's why a lot of the whole Twitter blow up happened, and the social media back and forth ended up trickling down way after they ended up, going their own separate ways. I am happy for JT though, because I just feel like she really does deserve it, because she, to me, was the one who had the most talent and creativity out of the group, because any song that both of them were together, everybody was always, at least me, waiting on JT's verse. Like, we were anticipating it. So for her to have her own solo career and it's doing really, really well, that goes to show you, don't let can't nothing stop you, because we all thought it was a wrap when she went to jail. Remember when they did the whole City on Lock documentary on BET, and JT was heading up in that jail for doing fraud and being a booster, okay? Like, we was it's over. But one thing I will say, though, a lot of people don't give Caresha credit enough for really holding it down while she was up in that clinker, because she really could have gave up and now push herself. But Bell Pepper Nose P wouldn't have let that happen. But no, seriously, though, like, she really had a positive attitude while all that was going down, and she pushed and kept the City Girl's name alive. So people kind of negate that and let the whole Diddy thing overshadow it. And I think it's because of all the stuff that's come out about him. Is it really her fault, though? No. Does she still look bad? Hell yes. This reality show will determine if her career is going to break or come back to grace, how it used to be. Because if it's shown on this reality show that is going to drop soon, that she could care less about what's going on, about the whole diddler situation, she, could care less about what the fans think about her, which I don't think she should care, as in regards to wanting our approval and wanting us to make us happy, because who the fuck are we to her? But if she doesn't show compassion of some things that he's done and stuff that's been revealed, I feel like that's when it'll be like the nail in the coffin. So I really hope that it's edited properly and produced properly, because it could get real nasty. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down below about some of these topics. Leave your comments down below, and we're out of these.
No personal thing.